Hello and welcome back to WebcastNews. Let's get started. And first in the news, Ferguson, Missouri marked the first anniversary of the killing of Michael Brown yesterday. It started off peacefully enough, with people simply paying their respects to Michael Brown, who was killed by a police officer. And then of course it kicks off because people in America apparently can't do peaceful protests, and a small group of people start throwing rocks and bottles at police officers. 3 officers are injured, and they say that during this, a man in his 20s was critically injured after he fired multiple rounds of shots at the police and they retaliated at him. Police and protesters then had a standoff pretty much throughout the night. Chief Officer John Belmore of St. Louis County Police had this to say: "We cannot continue. We cannot talk about the good things that we've been talking about if we are prevented from moving forward with this kind of violence." And as much as a lot of people don't agree with the police anymore in America, he is right. It is difficult though, because so many people did go there to just peacefully protest against some of the actions that police have been doing in America. But you do get small groups of people who just see it as an opportunity to steal and injure and randomly attack because they happen to have a weapon and they feel like using it. But they are not the protesters, they're just taking advantage of a situation, which I think is one of the worst type of people you can get, really. Now moving on to something that is affecting more the UK, which is the Calais crisis. This has been in the news for a couple of weeks now, and I haven't actually touched on it, so I thought I would. Firstly, going through the steps. Is this a new problem? No. In 1999, Calais actually set up a place for illegal migrants to stay in camps. But in 2001, this was destroyed by Nicolas Sarkozy. However, then riots happened, and because illegal migrants already knew of Calais being a big hotspot for other illegal migrants, people were turning up there anyway with their own tents and just setting up camps anyway. So why has this come to light now? Well, the Channel Tunnel has been a big point in this, because the French side of the Channel Tunnel, the workers decided to go on strike, and seemingly this gave the illegal migrants an idea that this would be the best chance for them to try and get across to the UK. Thousands of illegal migrants have been trying to stow away in trucks and cars and lorries and anything they can get in, and they've also been trying to climb the fencing that's now been put in to get across the tunnel to the UK. Now, why is this happening? Mainly because the UK is too kind to people with no money. And seemingly, especially if you are an illegal migrant seeking asylum, because we will happily apparently give out money so that you can live in this country without doing anything in return. We are too kind sometimes. And it almost seems like the UK government are scared of being accused of racism or something, because they didn't give benefits to this person who isn't from the UK. But if you're from the UK and you try and get some money and you're actually working, no, because you're working, you can't, even if you're getting less than someone on benefits is in a year. And to be honest, at the moment, it's just a complete mess, because the French started it and we've carried it on, really, because we're trying to take over the whole of the Channel Tunnel now, and we're sending more police there. The French are sending police there to try and stop these illegal migrants. But really, the French don't care if these migrants go to the UK. That's almost better for them. And finally, the news for today is hunters getting what they deserve. This was in Bangladesh in the Khulna district in the Sundarbans, which is the world's largest mangrove forest. Police initially detained 6 tiger poachers and asked them to take them to the hideout that they had in the forest. Then the poachers turned on the police and attacked them. Police then reacted and killed the 6 poachers. However, 5 officers were injured in this as well. Now, the tiger in question is the Royal Bengal tiger. This is probably one of the most iconic Asian animals, but it's sad to know that there are fewer than 2,500 Royal Bengal tigers remaining in the wild. And because they are such an iconic animal and there are so few of them left, it's a big tourist attraction for mainly India, which is the main home for this tiger, but also smaller countries like Bangladesh that do need this because they need tourism to fund their country. So this is probably why they've taken such a big action to this. But I do think that it is a good action because countries like Zimbabwe, where this sort of the lion shooting took place, or South Africa, where they almost promote hunting, should really be looking at this and thinking, yeah, we should probably do that too. However, if they're making more profit off hunters going to their country to actually hunt the animal than they are losing from tourists who won't go because they won't see the animal, then you can see why they would pick to go on the hunter's side. But that is it for today's video. If I've rushed through anything, I do apologise, but my camera's dying. This is the only chance I've got to film this today. So I hope you have liked the video anyway. If you have, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching.